Taurus, how you doing? So I keep picking up rusty bucket or rusty nail or rusty bin. So I don't know, are you cleaning out a bin or are you cleaning out like a garage and stuff like that, and there's tools and stuff all over the place that are like rusty? It feels like that for a lot of you, you're trying to make space and make room and having to go through a load of old stuff and basically throw it away. How you doing, Taurus? You might notice that the camera is different and it's not on me at the moment. I actually felt like a bit of a change, so I'm just going to show the table and the cards because it's easier in order to show them. So, because of the light. Anyway, so for your channel stuff, I just keep hearing rusty bin or rusty nail. Okay, unless your name is Russell, Crow, Brandon, or Lee, or Rustle, or Russell. Okay, but rusty, that's all they keep saying, like a rusty nail. So unless you're going to stand on one, I don't know, but they just keep saying like probably going in the shed, throwing a load of things away that might be rusty, or basically things that are old. So it's kind of like going through a load of, this is normally when like summer comes or winter comes and whatnot, and then people prepare their house for like the summer, for instance, unless your name is Summer. But like, you know, we prepare for the summer, and because it's hot, we can now go in the garden, get rid of a load of stuff, clear all the garage out, clear the shed out, clear the garden, and you might be doing a lot of gardening, or like your name is Claire, okay, or you're doing stuff around the garden itself, and you're always in the garden, and you think, you know what, let's get the rotavator out, let's start putting some grass down, let's start doing this around the garden, sitting in the garden, preparing the garden, doing the grass, you know, all that kind of stuff. And I know it's a very simple message, Taurus, but that's what they're saying. A lot of you either do a lot, okay, or Laura, Lucy, Lucifer, or a Capricorn, which would be a / Gemini, okay, so it could be like cusper energy maybe, but they're just saying spending a hell of a lot of time like in the garden, or preparing it where you haven't been in the garden at all, and you're deciding, you know what, let's go in the garden and completely and utterly do it right up so we can spend time in the garden. Okay, now if this isn't you, it could be your parents or someone that you know of, where you would be invited to go and spend quite a bit of time in the garden. Okay, but that's all they keep saying is garden this, garden that, gardening this, gardening that, gardening this, preparing this, cutting the grass, doing the garage, all that sort of stuff, throwing out rusty nails. Unless you're moving and you're having to clear everything out. Okay, because this could be like where people start to go to the recycling place, and you kind of fill up your ute and your car and whatnot, and you decide to go to the recycling place and chuck a load of stuff out. Okay, but some of you actually might be moving, and you're deciding, you know what, I can no longer not do the garden. I've got to go into the shed, clear all the stuff out that we want to take with us, and then throw everything else that we don't want. Now that's either to replace it with fresh stuff, or if you're moving, that's to permanently clear it out so you can move. Okay, that's if you're moving. Okay, if you're not moving, there's just a hell of a lot of time spent in the garden. Okay, so there you go. Now you can watch this as a Taurus, as we are doing Taurus, but also Sagittarian or Life Path 5s, because we read in numerology. Okay, so what I am doing now, is because on the top of the card is a 5 on each card. Okay, if you don't know how or why, you'll need my teaching tip. So what we're doing is the last 48 hours and the next 48 hours, okay? And then I will do readings and tell you about Patreon and what I'm doing for you guys over there. Okay, so what's been going on with Taurus in the last 48 hours? Because we see how things are changing. Behaviour's changing, what's happened, what's gone on, okay, what's happening now, and then what pretty much comes of it, okay? So let's see, what's been going on within the last 48 hours with Taurus? So you've got a Leo. You could be dealing with a Leo or an Aquarian for a lot of you. Some of you, someone's quite mouthy. Here's what I keep hearing, like they're a blabbermouth. Okay, there might be someone that's grieving also, because this came up in another reading that I did where it was to do with the white dress and 4 weddings and a funeral and a wreath. Okay, so it might be someone smoking the reefer, or it might be someone that is grieving and they feel intimidated and they really don't want to spend too much time around anybody. Because that's what I'm saying. If someone starts barking off at this person here, it's kind of like I use it as a tool. So that might be the tools, but I use it as a tool as intimidation. Now this can be to a Leo, from an Aquarian or a Leo, but that is normally the energy that I would pick it up as, is someone is intimidating someone, and it might, so that's one energy. And another message is that someone could be grieving like a widow. Okay, so Charlotte, or grieving widow spider, someone could have arachnophobia. So be careful if you go in sheds and stuff like that, because there might be spiders. I'm just saying, okay, because it is coming up. There might be an energy, like I said, someone is acting very strange because of grief. So if there was loss at some point of anybody, or they're really concerned about a loved one that may have lost, they're probably still grieving over that. And I'm picking up that some of you might be using tools to forget it, like going in the garden and keeping busy and doing a load of stuff and trying to keep something off your mind. Okay, so but I do pick up that someone uses intimidation. Okay, now that can be an Aquarian or a Leo, or to each other, I don't know, or it's your mother. Okay, they're a mother lover, so it might be Gemini. Okay, for a lot of you. But I use this to intimidate people. Okay, okay, so some people are not going to like this, okay, but I'm definitely hearing it for some people that are suffering from that. Someone here uses an energy of grief as a tool to focus where everybody has to focus on me. Now, I know that is very nasty, but I'm saying that someone always feels as if the attention has to be upon me because of the stuff that I've gone through in life. And that, because I'm sorry guys, but I am picking up kind of like a victim mentality. Okay, I'm playing a victim, and this has happened to me, that's happened to me, blah blah blah, but they're using it in a way to snap at people, okay, to become very aggressive. So it's kind of like, if you don't give me what I want because of this, and because I'm gone through all of that, and because of me and centre of attention, someone snaps at someone very quickly, and they're very quick to judge someone. Okay. So I'm just hearing that. So, you know, you can shoot the messenger, but it's not my life if it is yours. Okay. Okay. So let's see what's been going on with Taurus. What's been going on with Taurus? So 8 of Cups. So it's kind of like this energy of like, I don't know, you've got 2 8s, Leo and Aquarian energies. What's kind of been going on if you're married or you're with this person, it's kind of like standing around eggshells, not wanting to just leave them. Like someone worries that much about being left. Okay, so there could be a lot of codependency here, because it's kind of like this energy of like, don't walk away from me when I'm talking to you. Like, do you have to keep walking away? You don't give me a moment in order to just speak. Will you just stand still for a moment? So what I'm picking up is that someone is like a busybody. They're in and out and in and out and in and out and in and out and doing things very quickly to avoid grief. Okay, so like I said, they might be where there's a shitload gone on in someone's life. Like I said, this could be your partner, okay? And like shitloads of stuff has gone on in someone's partner. There could be grief, there could have been a lot of arguments of intimidation. And because there is or was, it's now where someone is kind of like wanting to be left alone, but they feel as if, I can't just walk away from this, I can't just leave it, okay? Being caught in a bind of like just like do you want me to just leave you alone? And the message is that someone is using drugs or alcohol or something in order to be able to cope with not thinking about it. So they're like doing excessive gardening, or they're working a hell of a lot, or they're like very busy, and no, and I've got to do this, and no, I've got to do this, and no, and you can't keep track of this person, okay? Because what I feel is that they're very difficult to approach, this person at the moment, because you don't know what to say to them, okay? To keep them to relax. I'm hearing Lax, Jax, Jackie, Jackie, Julian, Jackie, Axon. Hold on, accent or accident, some kind of accident that might have happened, or someone's accent, or Accrington Stanley. Okay, I'm picking up a few things. Accident, okay, accent, I don't know, something around an accident. Let's see. Taurus. What's been going on with Taurus? Oh, that could be the accident. Someone could really be grieving here, is what I'm picking up. Grieving, Steving, King, Lion, King, something around a Leo. Well, the Leo is here, but that could be an Aquarian. There's a huge involvement here of, like, grieving, okay, the loss of someone, okay, because this is obviously, like, shows you on the card. It's like death. So, and I'm also picking up that someone is very hard of hearing as well. Like, what? Like, someone shouts a lot. Might be because they're deaf, I don't know. But I'm picking up, like, this person shouts quite a lot because they're hard of hearing. Okay? So I don't know if they have a hearing aid or a hearing problem. They just can't hear very well. Okay? It's definitely what I'm hearing for a lot of you. Yeah, this person here is grieving the loss of, like, a loved one, or like the loss of something that may have gone on. Like I said, it could be court-related stuff. 2 is also justice. It's Libra energy. Some people say Scorpio, but it's more Libra. And it's like I'm grieving the loss, or I've lost someone, or like lost my mother, my father, my daughter, my son, or I've kind of like lost a court case and so on and so forth. Blah, blah, blah. I went to court and justice has now told me that I need to shut my mouth and stop being so mouthy. I'm sorry. But it is kind of coming up here. Someone could have been blabbing off at the mouth and saying things that they shouldn't say. And like I said, it could be globally. This could be via internet-based kind of stuff. Like things like Facebook and stuff and whatnot. And it's kind of like that I stood back in a shock because this person uses intimidation by using it as a tool to manipulate people of, like, say, Facebook, posting stupid things on Facebook or whatever that is, or any kind of multimedia-based stuff. Okay. That's a message for someone intimidating someone on social media. Whichever one that is. Some of you, like I said, there's this soul group energy here that's been going on around you and your family, where some people are not in agreement with the others. Not, if I say not, I mean Pisces. Okay, swinging from a tree. Because it's kind of like this, shall we go and visit them or shall we not? Shall we say something or shall we not? Shall I leave them or shall I not? Shall I this, shall I that? Or shall I lie? Lisa, Laura, Lucy, Louise, Linda and Belinda. But it's kind of like this coexisting of, like, shall I say something or shall I not? Are we going to meet up and talk about this, or are we not going to meet up and talk about this? Are you going to open up or not? Okay. And it feels like that someone has been intimidating someone, and they're saying, look, if we can just sit down and talk about this amicably, and you can be more of an adult, okay, then there'd be no need for you to do all of these kind of things if you would just literally just calm the fuck down and just talk sensibly. And it feels like this person doesn't have time to do that, or they don't want to. I really do keep picking up that someone's been intimidating someone on multimedia as a story. I don't know. I mean, like, obviously, just because I'm doing Taurus or 5 Sagittarian, it does not mean that every message is going to relate to you. I can't sit here all day going over every single possibility. But that's a big one of what I'm picking up for a lot of you. A fish could be involved, a Piscean. But yeah, it feels like this coexisting way as well, where some of you are possibly actually, like, married, but it's been happening to you as a soul group, meaning it's an ex-partner that's been doing this. Okay, and they've been kind of like making it very difficult for a person to grieve because of an ex. Like, my ex got involved, so on and so forth, because, I don't know, like I said, you could have had children with someone at some point, and ex got involved, and they've been intimidating me, and blah, 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 and there's this kind of like this victim mentality that seems to be coming through as an energy here for you, Taurus. Let's give you one more card. So you got 3. It could be a life path 3, or a Pisces may be involved for a lot of you. That 3 is kind of clarified a lot of this probably being an ex that's kind of like maybe watching internet based. I really do keep picking up this face ache stuff. Facebook, God, the amount of problems that are caused by Facebook these days, it's unreal. I don't know. Let's have a look at this as a general way for a lot of you. I pick up that someone can never really... They're non-committal, this person. If you're not in a commitment, they're very non-committal. This is if you're not in a relationship, right? They're very non-committal, okay? They don't stay put very long, okay? It's kind of like they put up with you. I'm sorry as that as a message, as a cross-watching energy, but it's kind of like I'm just entertaining you, like Robbie, okay, or Robert or Robertson. But like I'm just entertaining you, that's all. Like I'm just keeping you around just for, like, oh, how can I put this without coming across as shit? Someone that uses someone to probably like do the garden or something like that, or work, okay? And I'm only using you because you have things. Like, you're very handy. You can come round and fix the door, or you can come round and cut the garden, or you can come round and walk the dog, or you can fetch me this and you can fetch me that. I mean, it could be a dog itself, it could be a Leo and Aquarian, or an actual animal. But like, it's kind of like this energy of this person for some of you, that they just use you for like mundane things. Like, I'm just using you as a handyman. You're very good because you can fix all this sort of stuff and I can't. And because you can, I'm just kind of like entertaining the idea of just toying with you, not as a relationship where the relationship is not even on the table. It's just the fact that it's kind of like this friends without even benefits. Do you know what I'm saying? It feels like that, like it's a friend, but it's more of like someone that has a soul tie to someone, and you've probably gone through this for a while because there's this very monotonous energy of something that isn't even here, but it kind of is. Do you know? And it feels like I'm always kind of having a second guess. Like, you know, one minute I kind of get the nudge, like nudge, nudge, wink, wink. You know, she's looking at you. She obviously likes you because she keeps wanting to ring you up or come round, or he does. And then it's kind of like they change their mind, and then they kind of like, oh no, what made you think just because I flopped everything out that I wanted a relationship? Of course not, Daffers. No, I just want you here just to do something. And you're like, oh, well, fuck me. Is that all? Right? So it feels like that, like this using a person because of things that they offer you. Like, say for instance, if you got a gold digger, right, and they're only in it for the money, that's it. Like, they're only with you because you have a lot of money. They're not really showing you any signs of like love or anything like that. It's just kind of like a friends with, just sort of like, well, you've got some money, you've got a car, you can take me out, you know, you can bring me home and blah blah blah, or you're quite a sufficient person. But as far as the relationship goes, I'm not really bothered. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're just more of a friend, but friend zoning someone. Friend is phoning someone. I'm hearing someone's phones for you. Someone might be looking for a new mobile phone or something, or they might be phoning you quite a lot. They ring you up, this person. They talk to you quite a lot, but there's just no commitment there. Is all I keep sort of picking up as a message. Yeah, so the moment after, so for the next 48, I keep picking up there's this energy of people not talking, people not speaking. They're just kind of like, we're not on talking terms at the moment. We're really not. Like I said, this can come across as family, okay? But pick whoever it is that you want out the hat of this person that keeps looking for, like, I'm looking for more, like I want a bit more, like, because this really could be sex with benefits, but it's kind of like, oh no, I don't want you for that, that's not what I want you for, I just need you for something else. It's kind of like, you know, if you're not going to give me that, well then just piss off and don't bother speaking to me, because I'm really not that bothered whether you stay here or whether you go. And I don't know, it just feels like people are using people just for what they have, and it doesn't have to be money. It can just be because you're passionate about doing the things that I'm not passionate about. So, like, you love gardening and I fucking hate it, so I'll just use you to do gardening. You know, do you know what I'm saying? Because this is passion and this is love, and it's like, wow, you know, I love doing this, and it's like, well, you might, but I don't, so you go and do that, you know, and you took your corner and I'll take mine. Some of you here, I don't know who it is that you're not talking to, because, I mean, because if it is a partnership, it isn't a partnership, it's non-existent. I mean, because like I said, if it was a loving relationship, then you would be talking to your partner, obviously. So, like I said, it could be a third-party situation. It could be just someone in your life that you equivotably spend the majority of the time not really speaking to. You don't see eye to eye. This could even be a marriage and a monogamous one that's gone on for so long that people basically just coexist more in a non-verbal kind of relationship. You know, let's do it for the kids. Let's do it for the boys. Okay. Let's see. So for the next 48 for Taurus, the next 48 hours for Taurus. So you got 3 again. So for a lot of you, like I said, man, it could be court related. It really could be a third party situation. And, you know, when you go through these with soulmates and twin flames, this is why it's karmic, because you're not supposed to be afraid of your lover or your mother. This is a mother all day long for someone here. It's a mother. Okay, intimidating to get you to be afraid of me. You know, you do get that. I've had that in life, and so have a lot of other people, and it is also studied and also proven. Okay, that obviously tactics of people that use narcissism as a tactic in order to scare people off, they use it in order to intimidate you to not want you, but only want you when they want you. Okay, they want you like all bundled up into how I'm trying to form you into what I want. Okay, and this is more than likely why people are ignoring someone here. Okay, now if you're going for a very karmic soulmate twin flame kind of energy, that isn't meant to be. Okay, it depends. If you're talking, speaking, breaking up, splitting up, getting back together, splitting up, getting back together at different points of time, then granted. But majority of you out there, if you've spent years and years and years, or even like 6 months to 7, 8, 9, and it's going on, and there's been no communication with this person whatsoever, well, then it's a very karmic situation, and you need to wake up a little bit, because it would mean that it's a karmic soulmate that you're afraid of and that you're not even speaking to. Okay, so that's the possibilities of that ever really coming true. Is the chances is just the fact that what you're going through is an awakening, and you're waking up to the fact that it feels real, but it really isn't. Okay, this is what leads everybody up the garden path to doing things for years on end. Because probably not a lot of people actually have the guts to tell you to wake the fuck up and that it isn't real. Okay, so, you know, because everybody gets very tetchy and God knows what else, and they start blaming tarot readers for telling the truth. So basically, you know, you could really be, I'm hearing Lee or Laura or Lucy, I don't know. Let's see, Taurus, what's going on with Taurus? So 8 of Wands. So it feels like this very strenuous conversation that it may take coming to give this person. Like, it's very strenuous. Okay, it's like at arm's length. Okay, feeding someone with a long-handled spoon or a slingshot. Right, I'll just get, because what it is, it's communication. It's information. People love to gather information on other people, and when they have it, people soon start to wake up the fact that they're in and out their arsehole like a fucking donkey. Okay, I need to know the ins and outs of where you are, what you're doing, where you're going, blah, blah, blah. Information. I need more info. I need more input. Johnny 5 is alive. So I need more info, and I'm getting sick to death of you knowing everything about me. I do not want you knowing everything about me. It's private. It's not your business, it's not your life, it's mine. Stop using tactics to try and find out what's going on in my life. Because if it's underhanded, it's done under the table, or it's not kosher or cushy, you might as well fuck off. Okay? Because I don't like people going behind my back, speaking behind my back, talking behind my back, or finding out information that does not concern you. Okay? So that means if family members are digging into archives of their kids' relationships, but out of it because it's not wanted, okay, I'm sorry, but that is a message probably from the person that won't even tell you that. They're saying, stay out of my private life. It is none of your business who I date or who I see, when I do or when I don't. Okay, It's not your business, okay? Mind your own. That's a message from your partner. If you're not speaking to them, that is how they feel, okay? Now, if they're using you, if this person's using you, meaning that they only want you when they want you, which means they cut off the communication and you only get word of mouth from this person when they want something, but they won't give you a commitment, then they're using you for mundane things that are relating to the Three of Pentacles, which is work, okay? I only need you to do this, that's it, okay? Anything else above that, no. I'm just using you because I want some information, or I'm just using you because of things that I need. Okay, it could be a life path 3. Okay, like I said, it could also be Piscean, but it could be work. Okay, I call upon you for work when I need you, and then when I don't, you're off. And I'm not going to give you any money or anything for it. It's just a favour, that's all. I'm just asking you to do me a favour. Okay, and then they don't want you, and then they stop speaking to you, okay, and then they phone you up next week or next month or whatever it is and say, oh, you're right, yeah, I just need you for this, and you're like, hold on a minute, I haven't heard from you in about a month. Oh yeah, no, don't worry about that, I just need you for this. Can I borrow? And you're like, what? Man, what do you mean, can I borrow? Like what? What do you want to borrow now? What can I have now? Is it money? Someone only taps someone up, like, oh, you got any money? And you're like, why haven't you got any money? Well, because I haven't got a job. Well, fucking get one. Like, well, no, I use you as a bank account. And you're like, no, do you fuck use me as a bank account? You only want me for money, that's it. Like, where's the respect? Where's the love? It's like, well, there isn't any. No, there isn't any money in your pocket. There is in mine. So what makes you think that I should give you mine? Go and get your own job. I do pick up here that someone refuses to work. They refuse to work, or they can't work. Okay, and they ask other people for favours, or they ask other people for money. I haven't got any money. Well, I don't know, ask your mum. Right, you know. But like I said, it's like someone that just phones someone up when they want them for something, and then they just throw them away, and then that's it. Okay, so that's what I've got for you for the last 48 hours, this confusion of internet-based stuff. Well, it could be past, okay, last few days to a week. Okay, internet-based intimidation. And then this story, as it presently is, now for the next day or so, just seems to be about this using people for what they have and not the quality of love, really. Okay, so if you want your week's reading, Taurus, this is where we go over to the full access bundle. Okay, and I will do you a week reading now with the Rider-Waite deck, okay, and then clarify them all with In the Shadows, the Hidden Truth, and all stuff like that, okay, and tell you the vibration and stuff that is coming from certain people and the messages that they're giving you, if they love you, if they want you, if they don't want you. If it comes up as very confusing, the cards will tell you that, and they're kind of like messages from the person of what they're thinking and feeling, and then we also clarify them with the Rider-Waite as well and give you a weekly reading. If you would like that, it will only be on the full access bundle only over on Patreon, which says monthlies and weeklies. That's where everything is bundled in. Okay, then we've got the teaching segment. If you would like the teaching tier, there's like 32 videos over there at the moment. There is going to be more added each month, and I do them probably once a week or something like that, or 2 a week, but we throw as many over there as we can, and that's consistent. So if you want to learn about channeling, tarot reading, the ins and outs of what to do, what not to do, twin flame dynamics, whether it's real or whether it's fake, signs to notice whether it's real or fake, whether you're going through something very karmic, how long does it last, so on and so forth. 16 to 17 years experience, then you'll probably want the teaching tier, but it tells you all about it below, about how to join and upgrade to save you some money, where you can have both tiers. Okay? Whew. Okay guys, all the info is below. Thanks very much, I really appreciate it, and I'll see you soon.